So being somebody who used to dance at a nightclub for the past like 6 years, and just this past year hanging up the boots, calling it quits, I get asked a lot, just questions about the industry in general, but specifically something like funny or embarrassing that has happened. People always want to know those kind of stories, and I thought that I would just share one with you guys today. So buckle up and get ready for this one. Let me set the scene for you. I was dancing at a club in Boston. This was probably maybe 4 years ago. And I'm one of those people that every couple hours I get hungry, bitch. I mean, which is not abnormal, but I'll get kind of like a little lightheaded if I don't eat something every couple hours. And no, I don't have low blood sugar or anything. My back is just big. It's nothing diagnosed. It's just big back. So don't worry. I'm okay. But I was at the club and they had called me to go on stage. They were like, "Oh, you're next on stage." I was like, "Oh, fuck." I don't know if I was waiting for my food to get there or something. I was fucking starving, okay? So this club in particular, there was a bathroom attendant that worked in the male bathroom, okay? And he was, you know how they have the bathroom attendants, they have like in the women's bathrooms, they'll have like perfume and deodorant and little candies and stuff, whatever. So it's basically that version, but for men, which I'm sure they have at other clubs too, just men, whatever. Just fucking picture it, right? So the bouncer that worked there, I was like, "Can you go in the men's bathroom and get me a few pieces of candy from the guy, please? Can you just get a few pieces of chocolate or something to hold me over so I don't freaking see stars on this next stage set," right? He's like, "Yeah, sure." So he goes and he gets me a few of the miniature Snickers, like the mini ones that you get on like Halloween that are like this big, right? So boom, I'm cutting it close, pop one in my mouth, go on stage, okay? It's literally dissolving in my mouth as I'm walking onto the stage, okay? So I'm like chewing it on the stage. I'm walking onto the stage and, start doing my thing, and I start to notice it's not going down. Something is stuck. So I'm like, so I'm like starting to now panic. I'm like, "Oh my fucking God, I'm fucking choking." I'm like, I'm like literally choking. So I was like, mind you, I'm on stage. It's a fucking Friday night. The stage is full of people, okay? And they're just staring at me like, and so I now am in like a full-blown panic. So I literally walk to the side of the stage that's like closest to the DJ, and I'm like, I'm like with my hand in the air, I'm like, I can't. Oh my fucking God. And he's like, and he runs out of the DJ booth, and I don't know what the fuck, if more of the chocolate had melted or something, but I just was like, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm okay." But for a good 30 seconds, girl, it was so scary. And then that wasn't even the most embarrassing part. The more embarrassing part was then I just had to be like, "Baby, grind on me, relax your body, just keep dancing like nothing fucking happened and do my damn stage set." Okay, that's not the song I dance to. I would never dance to that song. But I was just like, and then I just had to be like, "The show must go on, woohoo!" and like twirl around the fucking pole. Dude, it was so humiliating. And you definitely, like, people definitely like pity tipped me. They were like, "Okay, like what the fuck just happened?" And it was really embarrassing. God, even though the whole thing only lasted like 45 seconds, but it was just having to stay on the stage for the next like few songs and act like everything didn't happen was so horrible. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you for listening.
Okay, here goes nothing. I just wanna... Okay, I'm trying to compose myself. So Devin texted me today, and he said, "Will you bring my wallet outside?" And I was like, "Sure, is it upstairs?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I run upstairs, get his wallet, and I take it outside. We live in the middle of nowhere, okay? It's Tuesday. I'm gonna, it's the most boring day of the week. I look around, no one is outside. Our crew is all in the barns. No one is outside. And he's driving up to the driveway, and I have this cute little cropped hoodie on, and it really is cute. And I decide I'm gonna be a little spicy. And I flash him, and I just see his arms going, and I look, the sun was glaring on the windshield, and my father-in-law was in there with Devin. I literally threw the wallet on the driveway and ran inside and came up to my closet and locked myself in my closet because I'm never going outside again. I might divorce Devin so I can get out of this situation and I never have to see my father-in-law again. Like, I don't know. I will never emotionally recover from this. I don't even know, like, what you do to get yourself out of that situation. I mean, he'll never, how do I ever look at him again?
You're not gonna. I want to die.
I just had the worst first impression of my life. I came tagging along to work with my mom today. She is currently in the nice lady's house while I'm in the car contemplating my life choices, all right? Yeah. So, I'm lactose intolerant, okay? And my husband tells me all the time, stop drinking milk, stop eating dairy products. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not fine. Anyways, I went and I got a Cookout milkshake, okay? My favorite M&M milkshake. I finish the M&M milkshake, okay? And then I feel something brewing in my stomach. It's like... So, I had to go use the bathroom. Which you do. If you didn't know this, my mom owns a cleaning business, all right? And she has her employees. So we come to this house with her employees, all right? So there's multiple people in this house at this point. My mom introduces me to her client. She's like, oh, this is my daughter, Isabella. Yeah, hi. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. Very nice to meet you. And then my mom was like, she just wanted to come in real quick, use your bathroom really quickly. Is that all right? And then like the sweet little old lady is like, yeah, that's fine. You could use the bathroom that's right here, next to us. Meantime, my stomach is fucking pits of hell sound. My stomach quiets down for a little bit. It's like, chill, you know? I gotta go to the bathroom, but it's not like, perfect. All right, this is gonna be done and easy. No. The worst part is that they were like right outside the bathroom because the bathroom's right next to the living room. I hear them talking. All right, I hear them talking. And then all of a sudden, I just let out the biggest fucking fart. And it's not just one fart. It's that one that you can't stop. And all you hear is silence. My soul left my body at that point. I get out of the bathroom and they're right there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I don't know why, but my natural instinct was to just look at the old lady and be like, thank you. As I was walking out of the house, y'all, it gets worse. One of my mom's employees was on the second floor, so she didn't hear it, okay? The employee comes down as I'm walking out, and she walks inside the bathroom, and all you hear is, ugh! Oh my God.
Ladies, if you ever feel embarrassed about something you did on a date, which you shouldn't because men are men. Let me tell you a story about a date I went on with this guy. He was really wealthy, obviously, and he had a lot of friends. We're gonna fast forward after dinner. We have a great dinner. I have a couple drinks at dinner, and then he's like, let's go out. And so I'm like, yeah, of course, let's go out. It's literally a Wednesday night or something. Definitely a work night. He calls up his friend that owns a really popular club lounge place out here in LA. He's like, hey, I'm trying to go out. Give me a table. Get there, mind you, I already had 2 or 3 drinks at dinner. We get to this place. I have another 2. Like, drinks are just flowing. Just people. I don't even know them, but I'm hugging them. We're just having a good time. Who I'm taking shots with. I don't know whose lap I'm sitting on. Like, it's just the vibe. And then we leave. I'm very lightweight. I have drank way too much. We go back to his place. This isn't our first date, mind you. I know this man. It wasn't weird to go back to his place. I get completely undressed. I don't even know where he went. He's in the bathroom or something. Completely undressed, and I crawl into bed. Sheets are completely white. It is so dark. And then I look down and I see this bright red color. Whoa, what's that? I have started my period and it is plastered all over his white sheets, which are really expensive. It's better than hotel quality. Like, he had this custom made, custom deliver, fabric sewn in his apartment. That's how nice his But I don't say anything. Crawl to the other side that I have not had my period on, and he goes to the side that I just periods all spread over those sheets, and I pass out and I go to sleep and I wake up the next day and I go home and I don't say anything. The crazy part is he never says anything either. He never brings it up. I see him again. I see him multiple times. Never ever brings up the fact that painted his bed with period blood. Oh, don't be embarrassed about what you do on a date. He's still gonna like you.
Get ready with me while I tell you about how I almost died because I was mad at my boyfriend. Unfortunately, this is not clickbait and this actually happened. Before I start, I just want to say I'm not trying to condone this type of behavior. This is obviously not how you should handle a situation, but it was a long time ago and I learned from it. I'm not crazy. So someone on here commented asking for a juicy story time or just some tea on what my boyfriend and I fight about, which is why I thought about this. So the number one thing my boyfriend and I have always fought about, and this is real, this is not just for the video, this is like actually what we fight about. So the number one thing that we fight about is gaming. And I know it sounds kind of stupid and like, oh my gosh, you're so dramatic, it's just gaming, but you don't understand my boyfriend. When he has a hobby or gets into something, he goes all in and like can't focus on anything else. Anyway, my boyfriend and I started arguing because he was on his games and he was ignoring me. And if you know me, you know that being ignored is my number one pet peeve. Like, if I'm asking you a question, can you just at least acknowledge it? Gamer girlfriends, if you know, you know. So he wasn't answering me, and it wasn't just this one time, but it was me boiling over because this happened like a bunch of times over and over, like just being ignored and ignored and ignored. So I got really mad and was like, what could I do to make him mad and make him pay attention to me? So I decided, let me break his PS4 and then he has to pay attention to me. I'm laughing, but it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. Like, I know it's crazy, but like I said, I have learned from this, I promise. And I would never do something like this now. Well, I'm just kidding. I go in and he is actually playing on the thing. Wait, I don't know if it was, by the way, I don't know if it was a PS4 or something else. It was just, I just know it was really expensive and one of those game console things. So I go in, he's on it, and I'm like, how should I do this? Should we go in with the bat? Should I get some water? Like, how should we do this? Not just kidding. But I decided it would be best to cut the cord with a pair of scissors. So I go in with the scissors behind my back and I'm like, let me give him one last chance, and I'm like trying to get his attention. It's not working. He continues to ignore me. So I'm getting even more and more pissed, and I just walk up to the cord and not even thinking about it, I go for there's like one big major power cord. So I just grab my scissors, and again, I was not even thinking about it, so I didn't think to turn it off maybe. So I literally just started cutting it right in front of him, and he was so speechless and shocked. It's not funny, but like it kind of is. And he wasn't saying anything. And then immediately, guys, I get the biggest jolt, like the biggest. It started off as a huge like buzz through my hands while I'm like cutting this it's a thick cord too, so it wasn't just like a snip, like you have to like cut it through. So as I'm cutting through, I just start shaking like that, like I kid you not. Again, not funny, but basically I got shocked and I'm laughing, and it might seem like it wasn't that bad. It was bad, but I'm like embarrassed now and mad, and I'm trying to keep my composure and act like it's fine. But he obviously saw that I was getting shocked, and literally there was a huge spark and it started to like flame up. So I'm still over here trying to be a bad bee though and act like.
If I tell you guys what happened to me on my lunch break, do y'all promise not to judge me right here, right now? Tell me this is a safe space. It's no secret that I have tummy troubles. Hot girls have stomach problems. There just has to be balance in the world. I'm at the gas station at lunch and I'm pumping my gas. I'm waiting on it to click and shut off, and my tummy gurgles in a way that I'm like, oh, okay, I've got to let out a little tootsie toot. A little tootsie toot has got to happen right here, right now. So what erupted from me was not a little tootsie toot. It was a fart. It was a whole entire blow your mama's wig off fart. And as soon as that first comes out, I stand up real straight, clenched up. No more is coming out of me right now. And I look to my left, and there's a man pumping his gas looking at me, and his face is as red as my face because I know he just heard my fart. And so I start looking at the ground and I'm like trying to see like, okay, maybe I could kick something, make the same sound. There's nothing. The first time in a long time that there's 0 litter on the ground at a gas station. I'm talking zilch. I had to stand there and own what I had done because I know he heard it. Obviously he heard it. Our gas finishes pumping or relatively at the same time. I get in my vehicle to leave. He gets in his vehicle to leave. We both have to turn this way to go around and out. And so at the same time, we both go around and out. And he stops and he looks at me and he's laughing. And he's just like, I guess he thought that I had better places to be. I didn't. It was just a little fart, sir. It's okay. I hope and pray that that is not his comfort gas station because it's my comfort gas station and I can't go to another gas station and I can't just show up and see that man again because what if I have to fart again next time? That reminds me of a story. This one time we had a patient and we were telling them when their next follow-up should be, and they said, well, hang on a minute. I may have to come at a later date because my spouse works out of town. They're a crop duster. And without totally processing the fact that I was at work and supposed to be being professional, I said, oh yeah, mine's a professional crop duster too. He just doesn't get paid for it. They laughed. They laughed really hard. I'm glad the joke landed well, but it was like one of those things immediately where I was like, Destiny, this is not the place or time. Bye, I love y'all.